Hey guys, it's me. It's time for another episode of the vlog here. Well, it's Q&A time, and I want to say thank you guys so much for all of the kind words about the last one. And let's just get straight to the question. So this one actually kind of came from as a spin-off from my Fake Geek Girls video, in which I talked about how a lot of geekdom is marketed towards the straight white male. And so Anthony commented over on YouTube. He said, "Do I think that the straight white male perspective is even more pronounced now? Back in the NES, SNES days, games were more esoteric and often didn't even include human characters, like puzzle games, mascot platformers, etc. But now video games seem to be dominated by stubbly-faced white American men. As a woman and a gamer, do you think games have taken a step backwards, or that games always had the straight white male perspective, but technology has only recently been able to show it clearly?" Well, to make a long story short, because trust me, I've tried to record this a few times and kind of got along and rambly. I do think that technology is a big part of it. I think that it's been going on from the beginning, but I think now we're noticing it because now in video games, it's a lot easier to tell who the protagonist is. You have voice casts, things like that. You can give them a personality. Whereas like Mario, up until they did the TV show, no one really knew what Mario sounded like or was supposed to sound like. It was just the little plumber. And, there really weren't a ton of female protagonists in the early days of NES and SNES. I mean, if you come up with two of the most prominent Nintendo female character names, okay, one of them, Metroid and Samus, really don't know how to say it, sorry guys. I mean, it was a big deal when she took off her helmet and it was a chick. People were like, what? Mind's blown. And kind of the whole point of that was it didn't really matter who was in the armor. It just happened to be a girl. Legend of Zelda. The entire franchise has a woman's name in it, and the main character is Link. And Zelda's actually very, not often seen. Zelda's usually the one in trouble and problematic. I do want to say that I think that the important thing is that now we're having dialogues about this, where it's something that I don't think people would have really discussed back in the 80s and the 90s. And so now we're getting to this point where, because it's more apparent that this is a problem, people are discussing it. And you get something like the Tomb Raider series, which obviously always females with a female-centered lead. But now there's been a lot more care to give Lara more of a personality, even more of a personality, more of a story, more depth, make her more well-rounded. And I think that's really important. And the sad thing is that even with the launch of the Tomb Raider game, it kind of got screwed up because of the way the teaser trailer was put together, the way the comments made by the president of the gaming company. I wish I could remember his name. I wrote a bazillion articles about the whole thing, and it turned out I really liked the game. Instead of letting the game stand and speak for itself, they kind of started digging a hole that had absolutely nothing to do with the game. I don't understand that. But no, I mean, you look at a lot of the other games, Mass Effect, you get to choose your own shepherd. You could play as a woman if you want. You get the same experience, and I think that's really refreshing. And I think that's really important. And I think that it means we're starting to come a little bit further away from stuff like Grand Theft Auto, where you steal cars and you punch hookers. And don't get me wrong, I loved Vice City. After a long day, there was nothing more I liked than to get in my stolen car, drive around, listen to some 80s music, and kill some hookers for some money. Yeah, I killed so many hookers. I think I should be really glad that this isn't a more popular vlog, because that would probably get jiffed, right? I think that I've gone off topic and rambled enough that you guys are probably like, enough, Whitney, we get the idea. I'm pretty sure that I actually will have a future video about Legend of Zelda and the franchise, only because I really love the games, and I do think that there are ways that it could be improved. But so I have my thoughts on that. And, oh, on a much happier note, 13 days until my kids go back to school. As of right now, they're on the computer in the other room, quietly playing. That's the only reason why it's quiet right now. Only reason. So, 13 days. Well, you guys have a great day. And I will talk at you next week. Bye.